Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I want to do like a quick check for cancers this month, in the month of November. New love and one more card. I have moved on. So I can tell you that for a lot of you, you see it for yourselves, you know you're going to be moving on from like past experiences to something new, a newer type of love or like a new person, you know, in your lives for cancers. And definitely that, you know, cancers have a problem moving on from things. So I like this card that I'm seeing here. Is like, you know, a little bit of like a cycle closing, which is why you can accept, you know, this idea of like something new in your life. This here is like a switch of energy, so I would like to see like the Fool card or the World card in this reading. Color. Excuse me, there is only light. You know, the stuff that I'm telling you, you can actually like feel it, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if like some of you feel very anxious or like nervous for no reasons, having sleepless nights or things like this, is because, you know, you can feel that something is coming. Yeah, and not just that, you know, whether you are on a so-called twin flame journey or not. Right now, the energy that you're sending out is a positive type of energy. Yeah. Awakening. Excuse me, we are going to have to check for like the World or the Fool card, because what I can see here is a definite like change of vibration or energy around you, a definite renewal and letting go of experiences, you know, from the past. Yeah, I can tell you, I'm sorry, you know, I had to really look for this thing. I'm sorry, you know, my throat for some reason, but please bear with me. It's like, you know, for some reason I can see you moving towards something where you guys actually leave the fact from being like heartbroken in the past. Is like, it's not just you, I feel it's this new person too, you know. And I can tell you something, the thing that you both have in common for the moment is that you're definitely working on yourselves. So, you know, let's check for the divine masculine's energy, or if to see if for people in twin flame relationships, or to see if it's really like somebody new. But this person in you shares something in common, is the fact that, you know, you've been hurt in the past. But I can tell you, I can feel it, you know, because this is your reading, Cancer. It's like your pain was greater than his, you know. What you got in common, you're working at things, like working on yourselves, like being focused on your career and things like that. But for you, Cancer, it's a little bit different in the sense, and I'll tell you, you know, this cycle that I can see. This cycle was full of intense pain, you know, definitely. But there's some kind of like, if not awakening, just like improvement or something like that in you. And I can tell you, this thing here is like, you know, I am so sorry. Which lets me know, you know, what I'm saying is going to be speaking to somebody, because this here, like, you know, it's messing with me. I can tell you this thing here, it felt like it would never stop. This here, it feels like bad experiences on top of the other. You know, like Cancer is like 2 steps forward, 1 step backward, you know, type of energy. And that's exactly what I can see here, is like, you know, great loss along the way, great heartbreak along the way. Loss for some people, as to people even dying around you, people. And I'm not like, you know, I don't like that energy, because I rarely channel it like that, you know, because I'm like more of a positive type of reader. You would have figured that out. But I can see a change, like, you know, this cycle of excruciating pain, people, like never ending, like always leaving you on edge and things like this. I'm telling you, I can see a renewal here. So let me take a moment after I have actually cleared my throat to explain to you why this thing was so hard to come out of me. That's exactly how it's going to feel to you. Meaning, you know, Cancers have been like struggling for the longest time astrologically. I can tell you that much, you know. It's like the energy is like almost like being the one who's not lucky, basically. The one who's like never lucky, which is why, you know, you can't get out, meaning it would be like the 10 of Swords, like literally never seeing an end to this thing. Well, I can tell you the end is near, people. And if you cough it out like I just did, know that it's like definitely happening. Like for some reason choking or not being able to talk or something like this, or like professing something. But I'm telling you, check for confirmation in your throat chakra. Let's go on. I mean by that, like for the negativity to have come out of you. That's how you're going to see it, you know. Yeah, I can definitely feel this pain here. You know, definitely the idea of like new love and the end of a like tough, I mean really tough cycle approaching. And I can tell you, people, I know that this is a collective thing, and for this like thing, like, you know, people moving on or like moving forward, I can see it here as well. Is like this type of renewal that I'm feeling is going to change everything else about your life, because at the end of the day, you know, you're a water sign, meaning like your emotion and things, they actually rule you. If this is not in check, nothing else will be in check, you know, in your life. Well, I can tell you, moving on from your emotional past is going to unlock like every other key. And I can tell you, this here is written in the stars, people, meaning is not just like, it's like everybody. Like this here is a collective thing, sorry, amongst like Cancers. And I can tell you at this point is also that idea of always like a little bit like being a victim when it comes to this game of love. Like, you know, I can never win when it comes to love, you know. That's the type of concept that you're going to find yourself walking away from. And I can tell you something. This guy that I'm feeling here, or this woman, is going to be like mind-blowing, the connection that you have to this person, in case somebody like encounters a new love. If it's like a twin flame relationship, you're going to see that the way that this guy here is like in tune with his feelings and the relationship to you is going to be like mind-blowing to you. And as to new love, it's going to be like, you know, like 6 degrees of separation type of thing. Mind blowing. No matter what happens, you know, this new love, whether like a brand new, or like an older love coming back into your life, the connection between you both is going to be so mind blowing that this guy would not be able to like deny his feelings for you. And I hope that you heard it some more. I can tell you a lot of you from this point here it's really like, this here is crazy. I can tell you it's just somebody like that's trying to tell me, you know, it's a little bit like, let me tell you, when this new situation, like romantic situation, comes your way, by now you would have been like so used to being rejected that you will not find yourself like chasing this thing. Instead, you're just gonna keep on doing you, you know. I'm telling you, two people literally at the right place at the right time. That's exactly what I'm seeing here. If you doubt it, you know, for like most of you, you're ready for the next step or chapter, you know, in your lives. And it's because you are like indifferent to the outcome, people. That's exactly what I see. That's like the new mentality you're carrying with you. This here, let me tell you, it comes at a price. You know, actually these 3 cards here, it comes from pure experience, people, or like what you call life. You can only come to this type of conclusions here when you've been through hell and back, you know, when you have experienced real life. It's like, you know, I got nothing to lose, so I'm just going to take care of myself. Love is a great energy, but at the end of it all, no matter what happens, you know, in that department, I'm still fine, you know, which is why this guy shows up, is because you're ready. You see that? I knew it. I can feel it, you know. You don't even have to wait. This thing is like happening right now. So I will draw like one more card from this deck, but the thing that I can tell you, and this is really specific, first of all, let the universe play this thing out for you. If it's like godly, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to chase nothing. This thing is going to come your way. But I can tell you something for like other people. If you feel like reaching out to kick this thing started with like a new love interest, or like a past life partner or something, or like a past partner, a twin flame, or an ex or something, I can tell you, if you reach out, it's going to work. And I know you can see all these pentacles here, like, you know, this thing is for you, because you don't care about the outcome anymore. And you can see this like world card that I knew was going to be there. It's like, it's obvious, you know. Oh, I got the cards. I'm going to take it another way. This was the second card that was like stuck to my deck. I'm going to exactly like show you what happened because of the way it flew. This is exactly what's happening. Your person is going to like manifest in your life, and I can tell you, if you close this cycle here, that I can see he's here for you. And the other way around goes too. It's like, you know, nobody is going to be there in your life if you're Cancer and you're struggling, you know, to renew your energy, because that's exactly the next step for you. You've been through hell, but you gotta come back from that, you know. Don't let those experiences like, you know, make you not be able to see all the blessings, you know, that were hidden in them. That's all I'll tell you. this here, your person is coming within this new love here, but the condition is for you to close this cycle, is to for you, sorry, to move on from like negative energies of the past, so you could see it for yourself. I'm liking Cancer's energy. So let's go on. I got one card here. You see that yet again, the Nine of Pentacles. People, this thing is real. Please awaken to like your Queen of Cups. You know, you're a vibrant type of woman. You're a feminine type of woman. You're a caring type of woman. You know, this type of energy that you're carrying is literally like you're like, you spread love and light, you know, around you. It is time for you to awaken to this type of energy here, because I can tell you within this energy you got everything you need to make anything happen for you, but you just have to figure that out if you have not yet, you know. And I can tell you within this energy and not caring about, sorry, the outcome, this is exactly how you manifest your mate. And I can tell you, not just that, but with the World card and the Ten of Swords, I can tell you it is time for this guy here to show. Let's see if we see like a light card or like the Star card, then I'll tell you like it's happening right now for you. Let's go on. Meaning it's like days or weeks away from you, or even like right now according to your divine plan or the plan around you. But I can tell you for some of you this thing is happening right now. Sacral chakra, okay. Obstacles and challenges, and I need one more. Foundation and achievement. So let me tell you people, I can see like a couple of things within this, and this is going to be a little bit specific, but you know me, I can tell you, I can feel like amongst Cancer, some people definitely having problems with their like femininity or masculinity, and I'm really like talking about the genitals, you know. So it can very well be like you know, like problems within your menstrual cycle, or like worries about your fertility, worries about your pregnancy. You can see it for yourself, obstacles and challenges, you know, when it comes to that. But I can tell you something, I can feel light, you know. At this very moment here, I can definitely feel light, no matter what's the case, you know. This like worry around your reproductive system and all the facets, you know, around it, you don't have to worry about this thing. I can tell you something, at the end of the of it all, this like hell of a cycle is closing. So you know, you can just go ahead. It's like you're protected, you've already been through the worst, you know. It's only going to get better for you, and I can see it here. This here is a little bit like the life of somebody who was never lucky, but who managed, you know, to fight through that. In a sense, now you're so like used to being beaten down that you have like zero resistance, you know. You only know one thing and one thing only, as long as you know, like, you know me sometimes in my pictures, but as long as you know you're not like expiring your last breath, you're going to keep riding this thing. And I can tell you, I can feel blessing. And if you have like worries, you know, about around your femininity or your masculinity, I can tell you, you don't have to worry. It's just like a formality or something. It just like, it may scare you for a second, but don't worry. Anything about like pregnancy, fertility, menstrual cycle, and like, you know, potency and all this stuff, you don't have to worry. One last card. You know, Cancer, you have, yeah, I need one more. You have like a really strong energy around you, and I'll tell you why. You know, I'm trying to wrap this thing up because I wonder how I'm going to go through like all the other 11 signs, and your reading is like, no, 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 we got stuff to say, you know. And I'll tell you why. It's because astrologically, Cancers is one of the most like curse sign. Basically, it's like only bad news and things like this, and I can see it here, you know. I can definitely see it here. A little bit like, you know, it's a strong picture yet again, but you know, a little bit like you're so giving, Cancer, that you're a little bit like my sacrificial lamb, you know, for this whole like universal thing to play out, for this whole divine plans to play out left and right, and I can see it here. Like, you know, Cancer, you've always been like, you know, part of my plan. And I can tell you something, this here is very strong the way I'm feeling it, because the only card that I'm like waiting for is like the universe card, you know. I can tell you something, this here is like the universe acknowledging how much you have suffered, you know, in the past, and I can see it here with the 10 of Swords, and I can even see it here with the 5 of Pentacles, people. This is literally like the universe granting this thing to you. My channel is neutral, so I can't really like express all the things that I believe in. But you know, like being sacrificed in a way for like a greater cause is like, it's a blessing, people. And I can see it here in the base chakra, in a sense like you a little bit, like this here is without victim mentality, but just understanding, you know, that this is how things were or used to be, and that, you know, you do not you do no longer have to be in that energy. That is totally fine for you to start like from scratch, or like to close this chapter, to move on from this negativity that I can definitely feel. And you being like a water sign, I mean, I can tell you this emotional loss is greater for you. I'm not saying like the others, you know, like from other elements don't count, you know, but like as a water sign or as a Cancer, as an emotional person, emotional loss, it like cuts you a little bit deeper, you know. So let's go on. Meaning you could feel everything. You could feel everything about this like ride, you know, where you had to be patient all over, I mean, all the time. You had to wait for your turn like all the time. Ask your soul. Enlightenment, I wanted to say it, people. I wanted to say, you know, if you ask your soul, you know, like the most common soul question, I believe it's like, it's a resonating why are we here, why am I here, why did this whole thing happen to me, you know. And I can tell you it was just to bring you to the path of enlightenment, no matter what your belief is. Meaning you can see like the planet within this picture here, check the whole energy around it, you know, like definitely like seeing the bigger picture about life, you know. Something that may help anybody is like, you know, relativity. In a sense, your pain or like your experience, if you look at somebody else's experience, you will always find a way to bring it like to a certain perspective, you know, because somebody always has it like worse than you do, people. Even in like a really bad situation, there is a blessing, and that's all I'll say, you know. It's just like the way you look at it. You can like stay in negativity or decide, you know, to free yourself from it, and I can tell you, I can see it here. A lot of you are doing that. It's great. Grounding. And I need one last card. But this here, I can feel it as this like base chakra. This here, I can see somebody just like pressing like the reset button on their lives, you know. I can see it here. Communication. I can feel it here with this guy here. Either like your twin flame coming back into your life, or this new love that I can see coming here. I told you earlier, if some of you feel like reaching out, you are like strongly encouraged to do it, you know, by spirit, because I could see that the conversation was going to play out in your favor, you know. I can definitely see somebody like resetting pressing the reset button, definitely be in this like vibrant energy, and for most of you like awakening to this thing. Definitely. I told you, some people having complications or like problems with their reproductive system, but you do not have to worry. Just keep on doing you, or like building yourself, you know, because at the end of the day, this like union or 10 of cups, or definite happiness and like growth, and you can see it. This card, I always read it in my mind like from the foundation to your achievements, like, you know, it's a whole path. I can tell you, because this like negativity has like come to an end, the path is free for you now, Cancers. I can feel it, you know. It's like just a new beginning. And you can see that card, sacrifice. I can tell you, for like enough of you, this card here is going to make so much sense, you know, you got no idea. Procrastination. So you would know as a Cancer something that you would have to heal is that idea of like procrastination, and I can tell you why. It's because as a Cancer, as a water sign, if your love or your emotions are not in check, I told you from the beginning, nothing else is going to be in check, you know. Which is why, you know, you're more like in your mind or in your heart about your life than actually in doing. You're encouraged to do instead of feeling, you know, which is what I can see here also with all this 9 of Pentacles. This energy is important to you, like definitely being like materially fulfilled or materially moving, you know, for like achievements. Self-sabotage. That's also another type of energy that you would have to work at healing. And when I see this, I'm not surprised when it comes to Cancer, you know. These two aspects here is definitely something that we indulge in when we are not like satisfied emotionally. So you can read it for yourself, you know. That's what we do, Cancers. And you see that the card healing. You know what you gotta work on. This is very clear, you know, so take a second to look at it and, you know, move on. Don't waste a second, you know, move on from that type of energy, because at the end of it all, this new love, you know, is coming your way. The thing that you wanted, you know. Work through your fears. I need one more card. But let me tell you, this self-sabotage and procrastination, the element that what they share is definitely the element of fear, you know. You're not like a little bit like anesthetized for no reason. Is the fear of being hurt again that like makes you go back within your shell, you know. the fear of like being exposed to more pain when you're like, oh please, I can't handle any more type of situation, a little bit like that, which is why you cannot move forward, because there's a risk moving forward that you would like encounter the very thing that you fear, you know. It's time to heal from that. And one more card. What do you need to release? I need another one, but this here is very clear, people. You're getting like clear clues, you know, as to how you make this thing like happen for yourself moving forward. You're very close to achieving your goal, people, and I can feel it here because you know what comes after the 9. And these here are pentacles. You see how I'm mistaking this card here? Things are going to work out for you in the future. And I'm liking that 9 of Pentacles energy because it includes the 10 the 10 of Cups, people. This is like fulfillment, but not just emotionally, which would let me know as a Cancer that you have actually like grown, you know, spiritually or whatever, you know, because you're not just worried about the cups anymore, but you see that life is more than just like feeling all the time, if it makes sense to you. So that was my reading. I need one more card, but the reading for Cancer. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Oh, I got one card. I have the perfect living space. I see myself living in a wonderful place. It fulfills all of my needs and desires. It's in a beautiful location and at a price I can afford. You know, I can see this energy here in this like foundation and achievement. That's how I'm going to link it, you know, to this reading. If you see yourself like bettering your environment, your home, moving, building something, growing something about like the place where you reside type of energy, then you would know that you are on the right track. But I feel like this like home or like living space or environment type of thing is important for things to work out for you, and you can see the card for yourself, you know. And if like the change cannot happen now, please keep that idea of like, you know, that wonderful place that you feel like you deserve for yourself. Keep it in your prayers or your affirmations or your visualizations, people. I'm telling you that energy is important to you at this point. So yeah, that was it. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.